Hi, this is Denver Riddle with Color Grading Central. In this training, we'll be learning how to color grade professionally within Adobe Premiere Pro. Starting in Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2015, a new color interface called Lumetri Color was introduced, which greatly expanded the grading possibilities within Premiere and really was a game changer. So we'll be learning how to use the Lumetri tools as well as some of the legacy Premiere color effects because there's still some really good ones. Now, I want to emphasize to you that we want to go beyond just learning the tools and help you to become a better colorist. We'll learn proper color grading workflows, explore color theory, and share a number of techniques that will help you improve. But before we get into all of that, we'll need to get started with the basics. This tutorial will show you how to prep your edit and your interface for color grading, and we'll build off of these concepts as we go. Let's dive in. I've opened this timeline, which contains a scene from a film and includes 3 video tracks and a few audio tracks. The first thing we'll want to do is to adjust our interface for color correction. A quick way to do that is to click on the Color tab at the top of the interface. This gives you a suggested workspace for color. You'll see your program monitor on the right, the Lumetri video scopes on the left that we'll delve into later, the Lumetri color panel on the far right, and the timeline at the bottom. If you spent a lot of time working in Premiere, you probably know that you can move any panel to any position that you like. For instance, we could move the Lumetri panel to here by dragging and dropping if we wanted a larger timeline at the bottom. We could also reduce the size of the audio meters since we won't be focusing on audio during our color grading. We could also remove tabs we don't need, like the audio clip mixer, by clicking on it, then right-clicking on the top and selecting Close Panel. There's one more panel that I'd like to add that will help us later on with our shot-to-shot matching, and that's the Reference Monitor. Let's open the Reference Monitor by going to Window, then Reference Monitor. Then let's move it next to the Program Monitor. We'll discuss exactly what this does in a later tutorial. Then if we want to save our workspace, we could go to Window, and then Workspaces, then Save as New Workspace. Give it a name, and click OK. Now there are just a few small housekeeping things that we should do before we start our color grade. First, we should duplicate our timeline. This adds a version of your project, which is a good thing to do in case any clips or edits accidentally get moved during the color grading process. So let's go into the project window, right-click on Scene 15 Sequence, and duplicate it. Then let's change the name to Scene 15 Grading. Then double-click on it to open it in the timeline. Now since we won't be working with the audio, let's mute it and also lock the audio so we don't accidentally move anything out of place. To mute all of the audio tracks, we'll hold the Option or Alt key and click Mute. Then to lock all of the tracks, we'll hold the Shift key and click on one of the locks. Okay, lastly, I'd like to get all the video clips consolidated down onto one track. This will make for a clean timeline and is also a good workflow habit to get into if you ever need to send your project off to a program like DaVinci Resolve. Now keep in mind, if you have video clips on multiple tracks as part of a composite, definitely don't change their stacking order. But if a clip like this one is only on the second video track as a cutaway and completely hides the clip on video track 1, you can definitely collapse it down to the first track. Okay, so let's highlight all these clips on video track 2 by drawing a bounding box through them, and then click on one of them and drag straight down. Okay, now let's repeat that process for the clip on video track 3. Looking good. Now your Adobe Premiere interface and timeline is all ready for color grading. In the next tutorial, we'll take a look at following a proper color grading workflow as we correct our project. See you soon.